guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm doing a review of a brand new deck called El Tarot Deck, Millennial Lotería Edition. I love the game of Loteria, and I also love using them as oracle cards. And here are actually some Loteria cards, and actually I have my whole other stack here. And it is a fun game to play with family, with friends. There's lots of things that you shout out, and people claiming other people are cheating, and it's kind of sort of like bingo, I guess. But there's a lot of like sayings and things that you could shout out, and it's a lot of fun. So anyway, when I saw that there was a tarot deck that was created using the images of Loteria but making them a little bit more cheeky and a little bit more millennial, I was like, well, I'm gonna have to check this out. So here we have the box, and it's got some cool foil on it, some reflective foil. Embrace your Latinx magic. And this is published by Blue Star Press, in case you guys are interested, but I thought I would just share these fun images with you. But I'll put the link down below if you are interested in getting this deck. I got this on Amazon, actually. It was a pre-order because I was like, what? A Loteria deck? You can see that there's a little moon inside the box, and there's some stars in there. And the way it opens up is kind of almost like a perfume box, you know, with it being upside down and everything. And actually, my friend Edgar reminded me of that during my live chat, where I was kind of showing this off before I did a formal review here. Okay, so there are the cards. Let's take a look at the guidebook here. This deck is created by Mark Alfaro, who is an immigrant from Guatemala and came over to California when he was 18. He said he's currently working on a movie about his life, about being a Latin millennial immigrant. And then he said, how cliche. Anyway, and the reason I wanted to say his name is because actually it's not in the guidebook anywhere. Actually, I had to look around on the internet to find out who the creator of the deck was, but he did all the art and everything in the guidebook. So he talks a little bit about kind of like Loteria, and about creating a tarot deck and putting the two together and why that was. But anyway, in here the language is meant to be geared more towards millennials. Hey, like Millennial Edition, hello. And these are redone so that it'd be more appealing to the younger audience, but also people who are familiar with Loteria. But even if you weren't familiar with the game, I think that you could still appreciate it and have fun. So I have been able to work with it enough that I felt that I could give this a proper review. So anyway, it's nice that it's full color, but you will notice that there are pips, and that was like a dude. That's like the only thing that I would say is a negative, but just for me. For some other people, they love pips, and that's okay. But for me, I was just like, I wanted to see more Loteria images, but the artist can do whatever he wishes. Okay, so that's just a little bit about the copyright here. Okay, let's get into these cards. All right, so I believe these are standard tarot size. Let me grab a standard tarot card here. This is actually from the Black Light Tarot. Oh, actually it's smaller. Good thing I busted this out so you guys could see. So you can see that the Loteria card is a little bit smaller, but I think they are the same width. Yeah, they're pretty much the same width here, but it's just a little bit shorter. So your standard tarot size just being a little bit taller, but same width. So, if you easily shuffle a standard size tarot deck, then you should easily be able to shuffle these. Okay, so you will notice that they are kind of on the plasticky side. So, hey, that's perfect if you are reading these by the pool and they accidentally get splashed on. You can just wipe off the water and no harm, no foul. These are rather thick, so I'd say well into 330 or higher GSM, so these are crazy thick, which makes the whole deck itself kind of thick. I would say that the thickness is kind of like the Modern Witch tarot, kind of like the Ethos Sterling press. They make their decks kind of thick. So anyway, don't need terribly large hands, but I will say that it's quite the handful. All right, let's get all up in there so you guys can see the cards. They're just black cards, probably a little bit more difficult to do reversals if you do read reversals, because the words are only in one direction. All right, well, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at these quirky cards. Okay, so what I thought was funny about these is they have like El Judgment, so it's it's like Spanglish, you know, and like I said, like, let's see, Ocho de Wands. I wanted it to not be Pip. I love Loteria so much that I just wanted to see the continuation of that in the minors. And see, I think it's funny what they did with the court cards, because is he in a Speedo? Is he in his underwear? I don't know, but you know what? He's the king. And they're basically, they move their positions a little bit, but they just kind of, it's like the same dude almost, but they just change the color of the Speedo. And they do that for the queens as well. She's not in a Speedo, but you know, she's in the same, you know, kind of outfit. Yes, the Bitcoins seem, you know, kind of millennials would understand. You know, I actually had the palm card here not too long ago when I was trying to put out my Loteria cards. La Palma en Loteria, so I thought that was kind of funny. Anyway, just thought I would put that there. Anyway, I can read pips, yes, of course, but I'm a very visual person, and since this being a very fun deck, I kind of just wanted to see how else they could have been fun with the minors. So who knows, maybe it was just the creator just wanted solely to focus on the court cards and the major arcana and not so much on the minors. Or maybe that was on purpose, so a broader audience of tarot readers, you know, because there are other tarot systems, you know, maybe they could read with it as well. And maybe it was didn't feel like doing the other 56 cards. I don't know. During the live chat, somebody said, was it pips are like the teas of the tarot world? Although, you know, there are some decks where I really do appreciate the pip cards and what they've done. El Chariot. La Death. Like, it's just so funny. See, different color Speedo, kind of sort of different position and different chair. I love the colors though. It's definitely on par with actual Loteria. See, the Fool card cracks me up because he's like in virtual reality, and it's kind of like he's dancing like, you ever seen Beavis and Butthead? Okay, he's dancing like Beavis, and it's awesome. And all of your knights are the same military dude. I just believe he's in a different colored uniform, and obviously holding something different. I like that El Devil is in like boxer briefs. That's interesting. I mean, with the pips, at least the colorization and the way that they are drawn is also on par with the art style of Loteria, which is, you know, it's still cool. Like I said before, I don't think you have to be a lover of Loteria or even have played before to utilize this deck. Although I think you would help. And you know, the only drawback of the deck I would say is that I just wish it weren't pips. I thought I'd seen enough of the cards where I thought it wasn't pips, but whatevs. I love it, so I ain't knocking it. El Hermit, that's awesome. Oh, and this is the image that you'll find on the front of the deck. I like that he's also in a Speedo, but he's also got a necktie, you know? He's just like chilling out, holding on to the world. The pages are also the same, but they just changed the color of the jacket and the hat. Ace de Bitcoins. Love the strength card, actually. I always look for the Fool and the strength card, and if I dig them, then I'm probably going to dig the deck. Yes, yes, even despite it being pips. Because they are a bit plasticky, they are a little bit slip-slidey, by the way. And with this deck, so far, I've tried doing lighthearted readings, more serious type readings, and I feel that it works well, no matter what I'm asking about. But I would want it to be more hard-hitting if I was doing shadow work, because I have done some shadow work questions with it, because I want to get a whole feel for a deck, and I don't want to just look at it and be like, oh, this is funsy deck, so it's not going to be good for, you know, this. And every deck works differently for everybody, you know, depending on your energy. So this is just how it worked for me. I just felt like it was too light when it came to shadow work type stuff. But all other questions, I felt that this was perfect. So I'm talking about like love questions, career questions, you know, all of that stuff. All right, so at the end of my reviews, I always do a reading. So hey, you came by, got some awesome eye candy to look at, some awesome tarot eye candy images, but also stick around for the reading. So hopefully this applies to you. I'm just asking for a general message for all of those who are watching. And don't forget that I put the link down below if you were interested in getting the deck, but mainly I just do this because I like to put all the different art and interpretations of tarot out there. So anyway, let's pull 3 cards. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's put these off to the side here. And let's see what we got. All right, we have the 10 of Wands, or 10 de Wands. We have 2 de Wands, 2 of Wands. And we have La Empress. Okay, so let me just move these so you guys can see. Okay, all right, so let me put these together. All right. Okay, this is what I'm getting. So around this time of year, and as I film this is December, whether you're in the northern or southern hemisphere, it is a time of coming together with friends, with family, with soul family, with whoever it may be. It's a time of coming together. Don't forget that as important as it is to nurture our familial relationships and our friendships and all of that, it's equally important to nurture your relationship with self. So don't forget about you. I know that during especially like a gift giving season, a lot of people tend to focus on everybody else in their lives. And that's a good thing too, you know, to really recognize how abundant we are and how grateful we are for all the people that are in our lives that help to support us, that have helped teach us lessons, whether we've liked them or not. You know, they've been our teachers, they've helped us grow, you know, throughout this whole life journey. And it's great to look at those things, but also don't forget about you, the main character in your life, who has been the one to, take these lessons, help these people, bring these people into your life, and also all of the good things that you've done for yourself. So don't forget about you during this time. All right, so just quick little message. And that's also what I like about this deck, is like the messages are just like boom, 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 So anyway, I hope you guys dug this review. Again, this was the El Tarot deck, Millennial Lotería Edition by Mike Alfaro. Let me know if you have gotten this deck, if you're interested in it, if you've been using it with other maybe oracle cards or pairing it with other tarot decks, or maybe you've been pairing it with your Loteria cards, so let me know. All right, so put all those comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. If you dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding, ding, ding notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. I have a lot of different types of readings. I also have things that I make, such as my room and body sprays, my salves, my pendants. I also have my Wally's World Oracle, which was community created and funded a couple of years ago. And if you're looking for more witchy items, don't forget to check out Desert Cauldron. It's all one word, over on Etsy, or check us out on Instagram at desert.cauldron. It is a shop that's run by me and James over at Light of Riga. We have many unique, one-of-a-kind items, many items created using antique bottles and other items, so that it adds even more magic into whatever it is that you are creating. Some of the last things that we have in the shop, we have, I think, four bottles left of our monsoon water. So this was the full moon in Aquarius back in July of this year, and we had a mega monsoon here in Arizona, and I was able to collect that powerful water. So not only is it the full moon in Aquarius, but it's jam-packed with monsoon water. So this is some powerful stuff. They started selling like hotcakes, and so now we only have a few left, and then that's it. I would have to wait for the monsoon season next year. So make sure that you snatch up the last few of those bottles. Again, the links are down below for my Patreon, for my newsletter, for my Leon Mystery School, and all of that good stuff. All right, so I will catch you spiritual homies later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.